Then we develop a conceptual framework from our gap, considering our gap of the literature, as well as by using our theory and from the existing literature, from the reviewing the literature and the findings of the different people from their findings as a support of your conceptual framework. Of your framework. So a conceptual framework is used in research to outline possible courses of action. See, developing your conceptual framework, how you can develop your conceptual framework. The conceptual framework describes and explains the concepts to be used in the study, their relationships with each other, and how they are to be measured. Developing your conceptual framework requires 5 main steps. Number 1, identifying the relevant concepts and defining those concepts, operationalizing the concepts, identifying any moderating and intervening variables, and identifying the relationship between variables. These are the most important to develop your conceptual framework. See, this was one of the conceptual framework. A written or visual presentation that explains either graphical or in narrative form the main things to be studied, the key factors, concepts or variables, and the presumed relationship among them. So these are the five IBs, ways and benefits, discrimination, harassment and abuse. These are all of these are social compliance variables. There are many other social compliance variables for the PhD study, since the time limitations, due to time limitations, you cannot consider all the variables. You can consider which are the most important variables as per your problem. What are the different factors or variables that are affecting most on your problem or on your DV. So based on that, you will consider the IVs from and that you will consider how the other researchers, they have considered these variables in most of the cases. So based on these, you can consider these are the most important variables. And employee work motivation is the mediating variable. See, ways and benefits, it has a positive effect on employee productivity. Ways and benefits. So discrimination has a negative impact, significant negative impact on employee productivity. And harassment and abuse has a negative impact on employee productivity. And leave and holidays has a significant effect on So this is how we develop the our conceptual framework. So this effect, the arrow is going towards employee work motivation over employee productivity. This is how we develop a concept. We show the relationship over here. The whole study represents through the conceptual framework, and it comes from the concepts. This is the ways and benefits is the concept. Discrimination is the concept. In in the case of quantitative research, we give operational definition of our variables. So in our study, what is the definition? How do we define ways and benefits in our study? Yeah, sometimes there are two school of thought. One school of thought, they are telling that we have to give the definition from existing definition given by somebody, and another school is no. Since this study newly doing by the researcher himself has to given the definition of that particular variable. So you can give it by your own definition, or you can use the others definition in your study. And discrimination, harassment, abuse, all are different concepts. And this is a framework, pictorial representation of your study. So from here, easily anybody can understand the what is the IBs, what is the DV, what is the problem, and what is the mediating variable, and what would be the empirical contribution, what will be the theoretical contribution, what will be the methodological contribution, everything representing by this conceptual framework. See example of conceptual, another conceptual framework. What is the independent variable? Knowledge acquisition. Knowledge management has a significant impact on business performance. Suppose this study can be the title might be the what is the effect of knowledge management on business performance in the context of some suppose any, you can give any industry name. So under this knowledge management, we have three variables like knowledge acquisition, knowledge sharing, knowledge utilization. What is the effect of knowledge acquisition on business performance? What is the effect of knowledge sharing of on business performance? And what is the effect of knowledge utilization on business performance? So this is how we draw the diagram for representing our conceptual framework.